Well, hey, welcome to the Plaid X2 channel. My name is John, and on this channel we talk about movies, music, and books, all things physical media. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and hit subscribe down there for more of this kind of content. Well, this video today is just going to be a fun video. Today is July the 9th, and it is Tom Hanks' birthday. He is a national treasure. He is one of my favorite actors. And so what I'm going to do today as a tribute to him on his birthday, he's never going to see this video, is we're going to go through all of my Tom Hanks movies in my movie collection. There are 18 of them, and I'm going to rank them as to which one is my favorite. So what I want to ask you to do is put in the comments below how maybe you would rank them a little differently. What are your favorite Tom Hanks videos? And let me know what you think. But anyway, these are my Tom Hanks movies in my collection, and this is how I would rank them. So coming in at number 18 is The Circle. This stars Tom Hanks and Emma Watson. This film I actually enjoyed. It's good. So the thing with this Tom Hanks ranking, let's just be honest, I love all these movies. They're in my collection for a reason, but I am ranking them as to which ones are my favorites. So The Circle I thought was actually pretty good. It didn't have a huge impact on me though. I enjoyed it. Hanks' role in this one is admittedly kind of small. He was great in the role, but this one comes in for me at number 18. So for me, coming in at number 17, this will make some of you upset with me, longtime Hanks fans, and for me, it's Big. I think this is a great film. I know this is classic Hanks. It's great. There are some really fun moments in it, but for me, in my collection of 18 films, this isn't near the top at all. Again, it's fun. It's fun seeing Tom Hanks be a kid in an adult's body, but anyway, this one comes in for me at number 17. Coming in at number 16 is A League of Their Own, starring Tom Hanks, Madonna, and Gina Davis. This is a really fun film. I do enjoy it. Hanks' character is pretty funny in this film. I do enjoy him very much. I actually just saw this last night for the very first time. I really enjoyed it, but it doesn't reach the top for me when it comes to Tom Hanks films, so this does come in at number 16. Coming in at number 15 is Sully. This is an unbelievable film about an unbelievable true story of a plane landing on the Hudson River and Sully saving so many lives. And so amazing, amazing story. Hanks is really great in this film. If you've never seen it, I encourage you to check it out. Again, based on a true story, and Tom Hanks crushes this role. Number 14 is Saving Mr. Banks. I saw this film for the first time this year. I got it at an estate sale for $1, which was a huge savings for me to pick this up. Emma Watson also co-stars. He plays Walt Disney in this film. For me, by the end of this film, it actually has a really great emotional payoff. So I highly recommend this film, Saving Mr. Banks. Number 13 is Larry Crowne, starring Tom Hanks and Julia Roberts. I also just recently watched this film. The cast in this is stacked with unbelievable talent. A lot of them who are younger in their careers, and now we know them in bigger things. And but anyway, really, really fun film. I will say the first 2/3 of it was so quirky and strange and weird that I was having a hard time getting into it. Some big laughs, but struggling to get into it. By the end, the last third of it, I was fully invested, fully in. It is pretty funny. I do enjoy it. Anyway, Larry Crowne. Number 12 is Road to Perdition. This was a really cool film for Tom Hanks. To see him in a completely different role, him being the bad guy, a gangster, I really enjoyed this. A great film all the way to the end. It also stars Paul Newman, Jude Law. If you've never seen Tom Hanks, you've mostly seen him in his nice guy mode. I encourage you to check this one out. It's a really, really great film. Coming in at number 11 is Bridge of Spies. This one was one I picked up at a pawn shop, I think for like $2-3, which was an awesome find because it was on my wish list. This is a great, great film. I saw this for the first time this year and so glad to have it in the collection. It is a Steven Spielberg film. Unbelievable film. I encourage you to check it out if you haven't. So engaging from start to finish. I was fully invested in this story. Check this one out, Bridge of Spies. We are now in the top 10. Coming in at number 10 for me is The Post. This is Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep. I watched this one for the first time this week and I loved it. Some people don't give it a whole lot of love. I was fully engaged the entire time. I loved how Tom Hanks played his character. There's just little quirks and little mannerisms he had playing this role and I absolutely loved it. I can't believe I hadn't watched it up until now. Unbelievable film, great film, The Post. Coming in at number 9, it is Toy Story 2. This is an awesome film. A lot of fun. I believe it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I really, really enjoy this one. I know for a lot of people, this is their absolute favorite of the Toy Story series. It's great, but it's not my favorite of the 4, but I really do love it. So anyway, Toy Story 2. Coming in at number 8 is my favorite of the Toy Story series, and it is Toy Story 3. This one has the most emotional pull for me. I love this. There are a bunch of moments in this film where it really gets me. And so anyway, I love this one. Toy Story 3, unbelievable film. If you haven't watched this one, definitely check it out. And in the comments below, tell me how you would order the Toy Story movies. Coming in at number 7 is one of Hank's newer films, and that is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. If you have not seen this film, it is gorgeous. It's a great, great film. If you like Mr. Rogers, you'll love this film. Now, Hanks doesn't have the main role. He's in a ton of the film, but he's not the main storyline. But how he plays Fred Rogers in this film is really beautiful. And so if you haven't seen it, I'd encourage you to check it out. It's a really, really great film. Coming in at number 6 is Apollo 13. This is a classic Tom Hanks film. I absolutely love this one. It is gripping. For me, I'm on the edge of my seat the entire time. I've watched this many times. Apollo 13, if you have not watched it, you gotta check it out. We are now in the top 5, and coming in at number 5 for me is Captain Phillips. I love this film. I've seen this film a bunch of times. I have so much anxiety and stress the entire time I watch this movie. Hanks kills it in this role. By the end of the film, I am an emotional wreck watching him unpack the film emotionally. At the end, this is a great film. It is based on a true story. If you have not seen Hanks in this role, you need to check out this film. So we are in the final 4. Some of you will not agree with me on this one because this one doesn't tend to get a lot of love for Tom Hanks, but I love this film and it is at number 4 for me, and that is The Terminal. He is so goofy in this role. I love him. It is just a great, it's a romantic comedy, but he's just so awesome in this role. I love it. The situation is ridiculous and not possible, but he's just so interesting. The entire film, I am fully engaged. I'm smiling throughout the film. I love Hanks in this role. This is The Terminal coming in at number 4. All right, top 3 favorite Tom Hanks movies in my collection. Number 3 is Castaway. This is an incredible role for Hanks. He is by himself essentially the entire movie. And so what he does in this with his character is unbelievable. If you've never seen this, which I don't know anybody who hasn't seen this, you need to check this out. Castaway, the next biggest character I think in the film is Wilson, who's a volleyball. And so anyway, check this one out if you haven't seen it. For me, this comes in at number 3. We are down to our final 2, and this was incredibly difficult for me. I went back and forth on these last 2 films over and over and over again. And so if you ask me tomorrow, maybe these will be flipped. But for today, this is how I'll rank them. And this is That Thing You Do. I love this film. This is one of my all-time favorite films, not just for Hanks, one of my all-time favorite films. I've watched this countless times. It brings me so much joy. I'm happy. I love this film. The music's great, the acting's great, the story is great. It is such an awesome film. And again, the word I think of the most when I think of it is just happy. I have such joy when I watch this film. That Thing You Do. If you've never seen it, check it out. Hank's role, he wrote it, directed it, he stars in it. He doesn't have a main role. He's more of a side character, but a great character nonetheless, and I just love this Tom Hanks film. For me, this comes in at number 2. This is it. This is the last one. This is my favorite Tom Hanks film that I have in my collection. Some of you are thinking, my goodness, John, there are other films you have not mentioned yet, and there's only one left, and so where are all the other ones? And at the end of this ranking, I'll give you 5 more Tom Hanks films that I have on my wish list that didn't make this list because they're not in my collection. But coming in at number 1 for me is this. It is Saving Private Ryan. This is such a powerful film. I can only handle watching this once every year or 2, and it is the action, the filming, everything, the storyline, the emotion. Like, this is so much. This is one of my all-time favorite films, but for Hanks, this comes in at number 1 for me. If you've never seen this film, you have to watch it. Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan, Edward Burns, Matt Damon, Tom Sizemore. There is a bunch of people in this film. Again, it's a Steven Spielberg film. If you've never seen it, you've got to check it out. It is unbelievable. And for me, this comes in at number 1. So some of you are thinking, how dare you, you missed my favorite Tom Hanks film, whatever that one might be for you. But these are the 5 that are on my wish list. I do want to pick up Philadelphia. I don't have that. I want to pick up You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, Forrest Gump. I don't have Forrest Gump, and The Green Mile. Now, 4 of those I had on DVD, but sold them off knowing that I would eventually pick them up on Blu-ray. So anyway, those 5 are on my wish list, and one day they will be in the collection, and maybe next year for his birthday, I'll do another ranking of these films. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do comment below what your favorite Tom Hanks films are, how maybe you would have rearranged this order, and it'll be a lot of fun just seeing what everyone else thinks. So thanks for checking out this video. If you do like this kind of content or other videos I have on my channel, please hit subscribe, hit like if you liked it, and I hope you stick around for some more videos that'll be coming up this month. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.